Today I'm going to share with you winter in New England DIY decor for your home. Welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom DIY. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey! Today is also a collaboration with another fellow New Englander and my friend Tammy from Happiness Creates, which I'll explain in a bit, but let's jump right into these DIYs. So I had some bells left over from my Christmas decorations, and I have 3 here. We're going to work on 2 of them, so these are the 2 we're going to work on, and this 3rd one we are going to work on later, so stay tuned. So first, I got to clean these guys up. So we are not doing Christmas right now, we are winter in New England. So I cleaned everything up, took all the embellishments off, and now I have some Dollar Tree rope here. You can use whatever color you want. I love this color, plus my dining room, it has a lot of blue. So this is what I wanted to use for my handles. So here I am just cutting a piece off, and I did measure it just a little bit just so that way it looked like an actual handle. And so I'm just hot gluing it right to the bell. And I'm sure there are other things you can do to adhere this, but this seemed the easiest for me. So we are going to be wrapping these so you won't see where I hot glued onto the bell. So let's start with the wrapping. So you can see here I fray the bottom of my rope a little bit just so it's kind of flat, if that makes sense, and you'll see why when we go and do our second layer. So first I am just going to wrap all around the bottom. Now you could paint this if you wanted to. I didn't mind it gold because we're going to be covering the whole thing, but this is totally up to you. Now in New England, we are very nautical and ropey. So here is that part I told you about. We are just going to cross it over and then start our second line. So if you saw what I did, I just crossed it right over that flat part, just so it didn't have a big bump. You know what I mean? So in New England, we love rope. Obviously, we are a big fishing state, and I live in Fall River, which is literally right on the water, and we use a lot of rope, and I love rope. So we are using a sisal rope, which you can get at Walmart, and you could use any rope you wanted though. I just like this rope because it's super durable. With saying that, it is very strong. So if you have weak hands, you're really going to get a workout with this one. So I just wrapped it all the way around. And then I used some fire and I got all the little scragglies off. And now I'm going to do that second bell. Now you don't need to watch me do this entire bell. I am going to just show you what I do for the top. So the bell's all done, and all I do is hot glue it as close as I can. I'm wrapping it super tight, and then I cut it, and then I am going to force this rope through the middle and down into the bell, if that makes sense. So like I said, it is a very strong rope, so I had to get a little tool and push it down. But how adorable are these? I think this is so sweet. I just love these bells. I love that you can still have like a little bit of Christmas magic, but in winter. You know what I mean? I just love it so much. As I mentioned before, this is a collaboration with my friend Tammy from Happiness Creates. If you haven't checked out her channel yet, you need to. Not only is she a fellow New Englander, she is very close to me, probably one of the closest. She also does super adorable DIYs, many farmhouse, but many different styles. And she has an amazing story, guys. Like, she is a survivor of breast cancer, and I am just so blessed to be able to be friends with her. So make sure you check out her channel, which will be linked down in the description. So this is using the same rope, and we are going to stay with the theme. So I got these cones at Michael's, and even though it is not Christmas, I do think you can still use trees as decoration. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, but this time we are on foam, which really doesn't matter. We're doing the same thing. We're just doing hot glue, wrapping it around the bottom, and we're going to keep doing this for the entire cone. And again, when you get to that second layer, you just cross it over a little bit and start on your second line. And then you're just going to keep doing this for what seems like forever. Like you're just going to keep doing it, guys. So here I'm going to show you, once you get up to a certain part, you can just do a little bit of hot glue and then just wrap it and kind of push the rope down into the foam. And it doesn't really sound like it makes sense, but it worked. So you just have to push a little pressure in and it just stays there. And then just hot glue it here and there. So here is at the top. I didn't want anything to be seen, so I'm just wrapping it and hot gluing it. And then you can see I just tucked it down inside each other, so you really don't see that there's a foam tree under there. So I used these as ornaments 2 years ago. These I get off of Amazon, and they are super durable and super cute and like perfect size. They do have that hole there, so you can put a string in there and you can make it a garland or whatever, an ornament. I did do some fire on here to get the scragglies off, and of course I had my son help me. He was excited to use a little bit of flames, so that was fun. And now I'm just going to keep going with my little nautical embellishments, and I'm just going to go right up the tree with this. So we have some shells, some seahorses, and some starfish. And like I said, I get these off of Amazon. I'm going to link that down in my description. I just love these little embellishments. Here is a little pig vacuum I just love so much. That's also in my Amazon store. I think this little tree came out so sweet, and it's super durable, so you can put this away for next year, and I am just in love with this. I love the rope. I think it came out so super sweet. If you're new to my channel or coming over from Tammy's, welcome. On my channel, we do a lot of Dollar Tree crafts, DIY, gifts and decor, thrift flipping, and more. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram as Freckled Mom. I am also a chalk designer. If you have any questions or are looking for certain products, let me know. And if you want to join my team, send me a message. So I saw this tree at a craft fair that I went to over the summer, and so I went to Michael's. I had to make this. I just thought it was so sweet. So I got the biggest cone you could get, and I have my burlap here, and I'm just rolling it up as much as I can to cover up as much white as I can. So I'm just hot gluing the burlap right to this foam tree, and I'm just going to wrap it so it's nice and tight, and I'm going to keep hot gluing it wherever I need a little stability. Now you can see here we have some more white, so I'm just hot gluing the burlap right down and just cutting off what I don't need. Now, I don't know why I added that little bit of fishnet down there, but I did. I think it's cute, so let me know down in the comments once you see the final piece. So this is some rope that I got at Michael's. It's super thick, super durable, and all I did was cut them into like 6 to 8 inch pieces, and I'm just hot gluing them in loops. Now, when you look back at the picture, the loops on the other one were a little bit longer and the rope was a little skinnier, but I don't like making perfect replicas. I like to make things my own. So as you can see, I am just going layer by layer. I'm going around in one layer on like one level, and then I do it again. And all I'm doing is hot gluing it right to the burlap. So you can see here, I'm taping off where I'm going to be cutting. And I think that just helps it so it doesn't fray. So I'm just making sure it's about the same. I start with a knife, then I go to my scissors, I go back and forth, whatever works, and I'm gonna just keep going all the way up. And again, this is just something I saw at a craft fair. I thought it was super cute and I wanted to try it, and mine definitely didn't come out like theirs, but it's my first time. I did ask her, and she told me that she spent $80 on each one of those. She had used them for her jewelry. So I'm pretty happy because this did not cost me $80 to make. So I just took that rope and I separated it into a couple different pieces, and I'm just wrapping it around like different layers in the tree just to give it a little bit of dimension, kind of cover up the tops of those ropes. I'm not really sure what my plan was, but I like how it came out, so it's okay. Next time though, I probably wouldn't do that. And then I not seen here, but I do add a bigger starfish. Again, I got the starfish off of Amazon. They come 15 to a pack. They are a little bit larger. I just think this came out so sweet. I love this tree. Again, this is something I saw at a craft fair that was holding jewelry, but I think it's perfect for my winter in New England. I think it is so sweet. Let me know down in the comments what you think. So now we are going to finish up that last bell that we had from the beginning, and this was from the Dollar Tree. There are a bunch of embellishments here, and I'm just taking them all apart. There was actually way more embellishments than I thought. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot, guys, for a Dollar Tree craft. So I have that same rope from the Dollar Tree, that white and blue rope. It's kind of like a beige and blue. I think it's super sweet, but you could use whatever you wanted. And I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to wrap it. Like, I go in and out and I just keep doing that until the whole thing's covered. Every once in a while, if I feel like it was slipping, I added just a little dab of hot glue, but I only did that like 3 times. So if you pull it real tight, it doesn't move on you. And I think this is just so sweet. And then when you get to the bottom, you can just cut it off and just hot glue it down. That way it doesn't go anywhere. Now we're going to leave the silver part of the bell plain because my dining room has silver parts in the ceiling, so I thought it was going to look really nice. So I just had some leftover Christmas picks here, and I did put presents on this, and you can take them off because we're not in Christmas anymore, but I just wanted to add a little something, and I wasn't sure about berries, so I did the presents, but I think I'm going to take them off and try to maybe add like little white flowers. But how cute is this? It's so simple, so quick, and it just jazzes up a Dollar Tree craft. I think it is super sweet. And again, it goes with my theme for winter in New England. So I'm just super excited how it all came out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you were inspired by this video and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I hope you want to look up winters in New England if you haven't been here before. It is such a beautiful time of year, and I am just so in love with where I live and our seasons. And I know Tammy is just as happy with it. She's just as obsessed in her little corner of New England. So make sure you head down to her channel to watch her video and see what she came up with. Thank you for being here with me and being a subscriber. I truly appreciate it, guys. If you want to reach out to me, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Freckled Mom. Although I didn't do any chalk today, I am a leading designer for Club Couture. So if you have any questions or want to join my team, go ahead and send me a message, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Keep crafting, and I'll see you soon.